Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. The moment Erika Slezak stepped onto the screen as Ronnie in General Hospital, there was a shift in the atmosphere that viewers could almost feel through the screen. It wasn't just the introduction of a new character, it was the sudden arrival of a presence that felt deliberate, self-assured, and layered with potential. Right away, the camera held just a moment longer than usual, almost as if even the production knew that this wasn't just another supporting appearance. There was something in the posture, in the stillness between her lines, that immediately made fans sit up a little straighter. She didn't come in loud. She came in control. Controlled characters are often the most dangerous. Controlled performances are often the most memorable. And Erika Slezak came in with a performance that didn't demand attention. It earned it. People started reacting instantly. Across fan forums, comment sections, and reaction threads, the tone was unanimous. There was intrigue. A character like Ronnie could have easily been introduced with a straightforward arc, but something about the way Erika played those first scenes suggested that Ronnie is not here to fill space. She's here to create ripples, maybe even waves. Sometimes you can just tell when the writers and the actor have a mutual understanding that this isn't a temporary guest spot. This feels like a setup, a slow build. And fans know that General Hospital doesn't waste seasoned talent on throwaway roles. They bring someone like Erika Slezak in for a reason. They bring her in because they want someone who can hold a scene without needing explosive dialogue. They bring her in when they want quiet power, the kind that feels like it's hiding something. And from that very first moment, it felt like Ronnie was hiding something. Viewers noticed the way she looked at people. The way she paused before responding. The way her eyes seemed to analyze the room before she even spoke. That subtle hesitation wasn't hesitation at all. It was a calculation, and it made people start guessing instantly. Who is Ronnie really? Why does she feel like she's 2 steps ahead of everyone else, even when she says almost nothing? That's what people started picking up on, and that's what made the first impression so strong. There's a difference between a character being introduced and a character arriving. Ronnie arrived. And Erika Slezak made sure we felt that. Her quiet confidence, combined with those small shifts in facial expression, suggested a character who may be far more connected to the current storylines than she initially appears. Fans immediately started speculating about potential ties. Could she be linked to someone's past? Is she connected to a case, a cover-up, or maybe even someone's downfall? General Hospital loves to insert a new character right before a major plot shift, and Erika's Ronnie feels like a catalyst. There was no big announcement, no dramatic entrance, and yet her very presence felt like foreshadowing. Almost like the beginning of a chess match where one player makes a simple move, but you just know it's the start of something much bigger. Watching Erika Slezak operate in a scene is like watching someone write tension with body language. The way she slightly tilts her head when someone lies. The way she softens her tone right when the viewer expects a sharper edge. That makes her unpredictable. And unpredictable characters create anticipation. Viewers begin to watch them more closely. They begin to anticipate their next reaction. They begin to slow down and listen a little harder. That's exactly what happened. Ronnie didn't just speak. She controlled the tempo of the scene without interrupting the flow. And that is something only a seasoned performer can do. Fan reactions highlighted something else. There's a refreshing contrast between Ronnie's calm demeanor and the chaos that often surrounds General Hospital's usual high-stress energy. This contrast immediately set her apart. Most characters respond to pressure with either emotional outbursts or defensive aggression. Ronnie does the opposite. She absorbs the moment, processes it internally, and then responds with a kind of measured authority that commands respect without needing to shout. That alone makes her dangerous in a world where people often reveal their intentions too fast. Ronnie reveals nothing. And people love that kind of mystery. Viewers started pointing out that Erika Slezak's subtle performance style feels like a callback to old-school soap opera storytelling, where tension builds slowly, through small movements, quiet glances, and dialogue that sounds simple but is delivered with weight. That's what's making Ronnie's presence feel so significant. She feels like a slow-burn character. Someone who isn't here for quick twists, but for deep-rooted impact. Someone who is going to become important not through immediate drama, but through persistent, undeniable influence. And that kind of character often ends up being the one audiences talk about long after the episode ends. Some fans even remarked that Ronnie feels like someone who's been watching from a distance longer than we realize. That kind of arrival gives the impression that the character knows more than she lets on. And when a character enters a story with that much implied knowledge, it instantly raises suspicion. Who has she talked to before we saw her? What files has she reviewed? Whose name does she already have written down? Erika played Ronnie as someone who has done her homework before even entering the room, and that makes the audience lean in. The way she interacts with established characters already hints at tension down the line. She doesn't overcompliment. She doesn't apologize unnecessarily. She doesn't try to blend in. Instead, she observes. And few things are more unsettling than a character who observes more than they speak. You can see other characters slightly shift around her, almost adjusting themselves without realizing it. That kind of power is different from loud confrontation. It's a quiet influence. And soap operas thrive on characters who influence without being obvious. That's where the real game is played. Ronnie might be the kind of character who slowly collects information, watching everyone unravel their secrets while she keeps hers locked tight. That narrative setup is perfect for long-term storytelling. And since Erika Slezak is known for her ability to anchor complex emotional arcs, it wouldn't be a surprise if Ronnie eventually becomes a central figure in a storyline involving manipulation, truth, and possibly redemption. Or perhaps she won't seek redemption at all. Maybe she's here to expose, dismantle, and leave others to pick up the pieces. That ambiguity is what's fueling discussion right now. There's something else that stood out to viewers. Ronnie's emotional restraint isn't cold, it's composed. There's a difference. Cold characters shut people out. Composed characters let people in just enough to keep them comfortable, all while maintaining control. And Ronnie's composure feels like it could shift at any time, which keeps viewers waiting for that one scene, that one crack, that one emotional slip where everything changes. That kind of waiting builds anticipation, and anticipation keeps viewers invested. The reaction also highlights how Erika Slezak brings an understated elegance to the role. She doesn't need to overemphasize emotion. She lets silence speak. She lets a raised eyebrow become a line of dialogue all on its own. Fans appreciate performances that trust the audience to notice details. And when a character enters the scene with that kind of nuance, it sets the tone for deeper character exploration in the episodes ahead. People are already trying to predict her alliances. Will Ronnie align with someone unexpected? Will she become an enemy to a character who underestimates her? Will she quietly gather leverage until the moment she reveals how much power she actually holds? Watching viewer theories develop in real time has become part of the entertainment. Some believe she could be a silent protector. Others think she might be a hidden adversary wrapped in polite professionalism. Both interpretations make sense, and that's what makes her so compelling. Erika's performance leaves room for both possibilities, and skilled storytelling thrives on that kind of open-ended potential. There's also talk about how Ronnie might handle confrontation in future episodes. While other characters raise their voices and lash out, it's easy to imagine Ronnie remaining calm, almost amused, watching others exhaust themselves while she waits for the perfect moment to speak. And when she does speak, it likely won't be with anger, but with precision. The kind of precision that leaves a deeper impact than any shouting match. Fans love a character who can dismantle someone's defense with a single quiet line. And Erika Slezak feels like the kind of performer who understands that restraint can be far more intimidating than aggression. Watching her navigate her first scenes, you could almost sense that Ronnie has a personal code. She's not reckless. She's deliberate. Whether she's here for justice, revenge, or something entirely unexpected, it feels like she's here with purpose. And that's what excites viewers the most. Characters with purpose never fade into the background. They ignite storylines, whether immediately or slowly over time. And with the way Erika carries herself, it feels like we're watching the foundation of something that will grow in significance episode by episode. The tone of fan discussion also shows an appreciation for how Erika Slezak didn't lean into theatrics for her debut. Instead, she focused on grounding Ronnie in reality. That grounded performance makes everything feel more believable and makes viewers invest emotionally. People connect more deeply to characters who feel like they're truly thinking, processing, and choosing their actions carefully rather than reacting impulsively. Ronnie feels like someone who thinks 3 steps ahead. And that kind of character becomes memorable because they challenge the dynamic of every room they enter. Even in just a few interactions, you can sense that when other characters look at her, they're not entirely sure how to read her. That uncertainty is powerful. In television, especially in a world as intense as General Hospital, reading people is often survival. Ronnie's unreadable nature makes her a wild card. And wild cards change the game. In her first impressions alone, Erika has established Ronnie as someone who might become the quiet center of a storm that no one sees coming until it's too late. And that is exactly the kind of character viewers love to speculate about. The beauty of this introduction is that nothing about Ronnie feels rushed. The pacing of her presence feels intentional. Watching Erika Slezak in these scenes is like watching someone place the first pieces of a much larger storyline puzzle, and the audience can feel that. That's why her first impression landed so strongly. It wasn't loud. It was precise. It was composed. It was memorable. And it left a lingering question that viewers are now asking with excitement. What is Ronnie really here to do? Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.